Welcome to the Digital Marketing News. I'm Tiffany Allen.
And with your first story this week, I am Joshua Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Tiffany, you know what gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling?
Is it your sweater?
It is this awesome, amazing sweater.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Rogers is just giving me a hug all the
Aw.
time, and it's great. But what else gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling is seeing some of our favorite friends, partners, #clients doing well.
Yes.
And I have some great news on that front. LinkedIn has reported that their engagement is continuing to rise. And their membership as well. This is the latest from the future. Apparently, Microsoft just put out their Q1 2020 report.
Right.
So those guys they're innovating. They're on the bleeding edge. They're ahead of the game. But they said that LinkedIn's revenue has grown 25%, largely because of marketers like us investing in them to reach our audiences.
True.
But they said for people using the platform, sessions are up 22%. They have, quote, record levels of engagement.
Great.
Not sure if it's a 33 1/3 or like the 78 RPM, but record levels of engagement and job postings. And they have added nearly 100 million new members in the past year.
Wow.
So go for it, LinkedIn. It's fascinating to see it evolve as a platform. And of course, for marketers, we think there's a lot of potential there.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
I agree. You know what else B2B marketers are talking about?
Is it Shaft?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Not today. Customer experience.
Oh, I suppose they would.
Yeah, they do that. So EpiServer conducted a survey of 700 B2B marketing decision makers,
Mhm.
30% of which owned up to delivering a poor digital experience to their customers.
That's nearly a full third.
That is nearly a full
That's
third.
a lot.
That is. 54% of those folks said they are held back by disjointed technology. So their
See that.
systems not talking to each other. This is true even though 82% believe that a functional website is essential to drive business.
I would like to have a word with the 18% that don't.
They don't need it. No one's on there.
We're marketing exclusively to the Amish.
Right, fair enough. Reasons cited by these marketers for delivering a poor experience or for reasons that they can't actually get there would be legacy systems that hinder their adaptability. About 59% said that. And a lack of funding was 50% of folks.
So marketing teams, you gotta equip your marketing teams to succeed.
Yeah,
You know,
invest in the internet. It's happening to you.
I've heard that it's the wave of the future.
I don't know.
Circa 1994. Did you know the
Yes.
internet turned 50 years old this week?
Oh no, really?
It was amazing, and I think it looks great. Honestly,
Yeah,
there's not
couldn't
a
be
wrinkle,
better.
not a gray hair. You go, internet.
Good, live your dreams.
Thanks for being the cause of and the solution to all of our problems.
I agree.
Hey, speaking of sites that are the cause of and solution to all of our problems,
Tell us more.
Facebook has rolled out their responsive ads options. This is something we've been looking for a couple of months now, but now it is available to everyone. They call it multiple text optimization,
Wow.
or the MTO. They don't call it that, but I do.
We do now.
What this does for you is you can create several versions of headlines and add copy and descriptions and throw them in their little content buckets. And that's not for you to do A/B testing. Oh no.
Oh,
I mean, no. It is for Facebook's algorithm to do the testing and for the algorithm to determine what is best for you, as it does frequently determine what is best for all of us.
true.
So they are going to serve up the combos that they think are going to deliver more results. They're going to continually evaluate that and keep optimizing it. This is great for marketers with one caveat. You don't actually get to see which ones perform the best. You can see that overall your ad campaign's quality is improving as
Okay.
you use the product, but you don't get a like, oh, I see this combination works best, so now I'm going to take it and put it on Twitter or LinkedIn, because for some reason Facebook wants to keep that data to themselves. So,
The only data they want to keep to themselves.
oh my, that was a steaming hot take.
I was so
Fantastic.
excited.
So this is useful for marketers, not as useful as it might be if it were a little more transparent, but I think that pretty much sums up all of our experience with social media.
Fair enough. Well, Josh, do you know what else B2B marketers care about?
No.
Content.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Content. I love content.
I know. But maybe it's not doing as well as we had hoped for those B2B marketers. And let me tell you why.
Why?
A new study from InRiver
Okay.
shows that 58% of B2B businesses have been hit with returns or other forms of customer dissatisfaction because of outdated or inconsistent content related to their offerings. 28% of those marketers struggle to meet standards for new markets and channels, which is why their content doesn't necessarily match what needs to be out there in the market to keep folks happy. 45% of global businesses spend 6 to 11 months creating content and updating that content for new channels and markets.
Oh my goodness.
But 21% spend 1 to 2 years doing that.
That is a lot of time. That is an eternity in internet time.
It is. By the time you get it done, it's gone.
Time to do it again.
Start over. So with 71% of these businesses saying they're facing more competition now than in the last 5 years, creating that accurate and benefit-oriented and realistic B2B content is more important now than ever to make sure that you're, ahead of your competitive set when it comes to these things, and you're giving your customers what they need to make decisions and be happy with those decisions.
Exactly. And if you are struggling to create content, I know some folks who can do some pretty strategic content planning and execution fairly quickly. Us.
Yeah.
Top Rank Marketing.
Some
We
kind
can
of
do
call
that.
to action button.
Right. As the senior content marketing manager at Top Rank Marketing, I would suggest Top Rank Marketing.
Hey,
Happily.
I love that recommendation.
Although, you know what, we should have put this call to action at the end, not towards the middle,
Go on.
because we have some research on that now.
Oh.
Taboola,
Yes?
the folks who are not Delicious Indian Cuisine, actually they are an ad company,
True.
and Nielsen, who's responsible for the ratings we know and love, got together and they did some scientific research with a fairly small sample size, 60 participants, but they used all kinds of science
Oh.
to do it. They measured eye movements and eye measurements, like dilation of pupils, heart rates, all kinds of sciencey things hooked up to these 60 people.
Yes,
So
they opted into that. Okay.
yeah, they didn't just come grab people from their homes in the night. That's phase 2.
Yes, of course.
But they looked at how people interact with ads, what it looks like when they're reading an article versus when they're done. They found that at the end of an article, when somebody gets to the bottom of it, they have an 8% lower cognitive load than they usually do.
Wow.
So cognitive load is the thing where your brain is just too full to process any more new information and you just want to go sleep for a bit.
Yes.
Actually, at the end of an article, you have a lower cognitive load, and it seems like you're more open to reading more and exploring more. So that, what we've learned about putting a CTA at the bottom seems like a good place for it. That CTA space right there is that primo real estate is what they had discovered.
You know what else was interesting?
So many things, but
So many.
The first
But related to this story, a feed of content gets 20% more attentiveness.
it's like an infinite scroll kind of
Yes.
stay with us until you die. Yeah, that one.
And feeds generate a 17% higher emotional response.
They do.
I wonder why that is. We'll find out together.
Yeah.
Scroll some feeds. Find out about your feelings. Embedded ads in feed get higher attentiveness, 25%, than pre-roll ads. So once you're already in that content, serving up a relevant call to action could be more effective for you.
Yeah, it looked like, it was interesting, they showed some heat maps of what people were looking at on mobile screens, and they had a YouTube playing a pre-roll ad, and you saw people's eyes were going here,
Where's
maybe
the
down
skip
over.
button?
Yeah, looking in the corner and then looking at the summary of the article, then looking at the comments. But an ad that they had actually stopped in their feed to watch, they watched the whole thing, and it stayed green right there. So seems like there is some value to be had in this kind of infinite scroll and in having your ads be embedded in feed. We will point out, of course, that Taboola, their service offering is serving up ads in an infinite feed, so slight grain of salt there, but
Right.
there does seem to be some pretty decent science behind that.
Give it a shot. See if it works for you.
Try feed.
Yeah. That's all the online marketing news we have for you today. We'll be back next week with more news. If you need more in the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at Tiffany_Allen or TopRank at TopRank.
Yep, and you can find me at Nitewrites, that's Nitewrites, and please don't forget to subscribe to the blog or to this YouTube channel right here. We'll see you next time.
Bye.